about, is there any advantage to getting a property under a contract for deed as opposed to a lease option? I mean, because they seem pretty similar in...
Yeah, the contract for deed is kind of like a car loan where you don't own it, the bank owns it, right? But you have the IRS considers it a sale. The IRS considers it a sale. So, in other words, you're responsible for maintenance and everything else. So, sometimes what I like to see my students do is it depends on their cash reserves on the contract for deed, okay? I want you to get out of debt. I don't know how much debt you got. I haven't gone through that with you, but one of my goals with you is to get out of debt, to get all your credit cards paid off, and to have a surplus of like $20,000 at least. So, and then once you get that, then you can start buying a lot of wraparound mortgages and contracts for deed. I think that the smartest thing to do is to get chunk cash, but don't own anything, because you don't have any obligations. And how do we make chunk cash? We do it with lease option assignments. So the lease option assignment is you're in, you're out of it, you're making $5,000, and you're doing it again, and that's it.
Okay.
It's almost like you go to a car auction and you're making a low payment on a car auction. You're selling the car that month, put a little bit of work into it, and then you're making your quick $5,000 and you're out of it. That's,
I see.
I would rather see you get that $20,000 surplus first and then go do some things. Why? Because you're on the hook for this property, and if the tenant doesn't pay, you still got to pay it.
Sure.
Does that make sense?
Okay. Yeah, it does.
You can't go out and buy these things on terms and not have some cash reserves. You can't do it. It's why drain your savings? It doesn't make sense to do that. So that's why we start off with lease option assignments a lot with most students.
Okay. Trying to find the most important question. Like I say, some of these I was writing down were just getting ahead of.
You can ask me anything that's on your list there, Robbie. Whatever you want. If I think it's inappropriate to answer today, I will. I'll tll you. We'll wait on that.
Okay.
What do you got?